Have you ever found yourself drowning in the sea of financial stress, wondering if there's a lifeline to pull you ashore? Well, you're not alone. We've all been there, navigating through the choppy waters of wants versus needs and dealing with the tidal wave of societal pressure to keep up with others. Now, imagine a different life. A life where you are in control of your finances, where money is not a source of stress, but a tool to provide you peace and freedom. Picture yourself possessing the wisdom to make mindful financial decisions. This isn't just a dream, it's a reality within your grasp. Today we're going to share a philosophy, a mindset that has guided countless individuals to financial tranquility. So, buckle up and stay with us, because this transformational journey is about to begin, and trust me, you won't want to miss it. Absolutely. Let's delve into the first principle. It's a simple yet profound concept: understanding the difference between needs and wants. It might sound basic, but it's so profound that it can completely transform your financial habits. Consider this. We live in a society that constantly blurs the line between needs and wants. Advertising and peer pressure lead us to believe that wants are actually needs. That latest smartphone, the brand new car, the designer clothes, they all start to feel like necessities, but in reality they are wants, luxuries. When we reflect on our true needs, what comes to mind? Food, water, shelter, clothing, the basics for survival. However, the modern world has expanded this list to include things like internet, transportation, and even smartphones. But here's where the Stoic perspective comes in. It asks us to differentiate between the basic level of these needs and the luxury versions that our consumerist society often pushes us towards. Yes, you need a phone for communication in today's world, but do you need the latest iPhone, or will a more budget-friendly model serve the purpose? The Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." This is not about depriving yourself of all pleasures. It's about making conscious decisions. It's about questioning whether that high-end purchase will truly add value to your life, or if it's merely an impulsive decision fueled by external influences. This principle encourages us to be mindful of our financial decisions. It urges us to pause, reflect, and differentiate between our actual needs and our influenced wants. When we begin to apply this thinking, we make more informed decisions. We start to control our money instead of letting it control us. The challenge is real, but so is the reward. Imagine living a life where your financial decisions are not driven by societal pressure, but by your own understanding of what truly matters to you. It's a life where you are the master of your money, not a slave to it. So, let's start this journey by understanding the difference between needs and wants, and watch as this small change brings a big impact. In the aftermath of our initial conversation, where we explored the concept of distinguishing between necessities and desires, let's now delve deeper into the second strategy. This practice, an elixir for the soul, is something that we often overlook in the hustle and bustle of life, yet it bears the power to create profound shifts in our financial health. It's the simple act of expressing gratitude. The Stoics were firm believers in the power of gratitude. They recognized that by fully appreciating what we already possess, we not only reduce the urge for unnecessary spending, but we also cultivate a rich sense of fulfillment. In our modern world, where consumerism is not just a trend but a lifestyle, the practice of gratitude stands as a beacon, guiding us back towards financial wellness. Think about it. Every day we are bombarded with advertising messages telling us we need more to be happy. But the Stoics teach us to flip the script. Instead of yearning for what we don't have, we must appreciate what we already do. The secret lies in shifting our focus from lack to abundance. Start this journey with a simple gratitude journal. Each day, write down the things you are grateful for. They can be basic necessities like food and shelter, or non-tangible things like health and relationships. By doing this exercise consistently, you'll start noticing a sense of contentment growing within you. This contentment then acts as a shield, protecting you from the urge to indulge in impulsive spending. Gratitude is like a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it becomes. And as this muscle strengthens, so does your financial health. You start realizing that wealth isn't just about having more, it's about wanting less. And when you want less, you naturally spend less and save more. So, the next time you find yourself reaching for your wallet, take a moment, think about the things you are grateful for, and ask yourself, do you really need to make that purchase? The power of gratitude might surprise you. Continuing our journey towards financial tranquility, let's delve deeper into one of the guiding principles that forms the bedrock of this transformation, the practice of living within your means. You might have heard this phrase before, but what does it truly signify? Living within your means does not require you to lead an ascetic lifestyle, renouncing all the simple pleasures of life. Instead, it urges you to embrace a lifestyle that is in harmony with your financial reality and not dictated by external influences or temporary whims. A concept deeply rooted in Stoic philosophy, it's anchored on the wisdom imparted by Marcus Aurelius, who emphasized the importance of being satisfied with little. It's easy to fall into the trap of spending more as we earn more, but the cycle of earning and spending can lead to a life of constant chasing, leaving us feeling perpetually unsatisfied. By living within or even below your means, you're creating a safety net for yourself and your family. It starts with developing a clear understanding of your income and expenses. This involves creating a realistic budget that covers your needs and prioritizes saving and investing. The next step involves tracking your expenses diligently. Being mindful of where every dollar is going helps curb impulsive spending and brings to light areas where you can save. The practice of living within your means is also deeply tied to the principles of contentment and gratitude. It involves finding contentment in what you have, rather than focusing on what you don't. It asks you to appreciate the abundance in your life, which reduces the urge to spend on things that offer fleeting happiness. Living within your means can be a powerful tool for reducing financial stress. It infuses financial discipline and cultivates a healthier approach to money. It frees you from the shackles of debt and the constant need to keep up with others. It's a journey towards financial independence. So, take that first step today. Remember, it's not about depriving yourself, it's about empowering yourself. Having just navigated through the importance of living within our means, we now venture into an equally intriguing principle, the value of internal wealth. Now I know what you're thinking. What does internal wealth have to do with money? Well, let me assure you it has everything to do with it. In the Stoic philosophy, there's a profound emphasis on the value of internal wealth that exceeds external possessions. These aren't the tangible riches that the world can see, but the invaluable treasures of virtue, knowledge and wisdom that lie within us. The Stoics believed that while external wealth can provide momentary pleasure, it's the internal wealth that offers lasting satisfaction. Think of it this way. The more knowledge you gain, the more skills you acquire, the more wisdom you cultivate, the higher your potential to earn. Education and skill development can open doors to better job opportunities or even starting your own business. Knowledge about financial management can also help you make smarter decisions, prevent costly mistakes, and even turn a modest income into substantial savings over time. Wisdom, on the other hand, can guide you to use your money in ways that align with your values and goals, leading to greater fulfillment. It can help you determine what's truly important to you and where your money is best spent. Wisdom can also provide the resilience to navigate through financial difficulties and the self-discipline to resist impulsive spending. So, you see, focusing on internal wealth is an investment that pays dividends throughout your life, both financially and emotionally. So, how about starting today? Invest some time in learning a new skill, in broadening your knowledge, in cultivating wisdom. Remember, the wealth within you holds the power to transform the wealth around you. And while you're contemplating over this principle, could I ask you to hit that subscribe button? It's the best way to ensure you don't miss out on other insightful principles that could redefine your financial journey. Building upon this understanding, let's delve into a principle that is often a complex pitfall for many, the seemingly unavoidable habit of comparing ourselves with others. It's human nature to look around and gauge how we're doing in life in relation to those around us. In the age of social media, it's even more tempting to fall into the trap of comparison, often leading to unnecessary spending in an effort to keep up with our peers. Now think back to a time when you bought something you didn't really need, just because you saw a friend or a neighbor owning it. Felt good for a moment, didn't it? But did that temporary pleasure truly add any substantial value to your life? Chances are, it didn't. This is the trap of comparison. It's a fleeting satisfaction that often leads to long-term financial distress. The Stoic philosophers, wise as they were, stressed the significance of focusing on your own path. They believed that everyone has a unique journey, and the only comparison that truly matters is with ourselves. Are we better today than we were yesterday? Are we making progress towards our personal goals? These are the comparisons that help us grow and improve. By shifting your focus from others to yourself, you can take more control over your finances. You'll realize that external possessions don't determine your value or success. This realization will not just free up your financial resources, but also it will liberate you from the societal pressures that often lead to financial strain. Now, implementing this principle is not always easy. It requires a conscious effort to break away from the habit of comparison. However, it's a journey worth embarking on. Start small. The next time you feel the urge to buy something because someone else has it, take a moment to pause and reflect. Ask yourself, do I truly need this, or am I being swayed by comparison? Remember, embracing this Stoic principle doesn't mean you stop seeking advancement. It simply means you measure your progress based on your own benchmarks, not somebody else's. This way, you set yourself up for genuine growth, both personally and financially. Steering this enlightening journey further, let's delve into our next crucial principle, anticipation. Sailing through calm seas is easy. It's the unexpected storms that bring chaos. This is where we embrace the age-old Stoic philosophy of premeditatio malorum, anticipating potential problems. Now let's translate this into the language of our finances. Just as a wise sailor anticipates storms and prepares accordingly, being financially resilient requires us to anticipate and prepare for financial shocks. Unforeseen events can come in many forms: a sudden job loss, an unexpected medical expense, or even a global pandemic causing a financial crunch. It's during these times the armor of preparedness shields us. So how do we forge this armor? The first step is to create an emergency fund. This isn't an investment, but a safety net, a buffer to cushion the blow of unexpected expenses. The financial experts suggest saving at least 3 to 6 months' worth of living expenses. But remember, this is not a one-size-fits-all solution. Evaluate your unique circumstances, your risk tolerance, and tailor accordingly. The next facet of preparedness is diversification. This is our safety boat in the tumultuous sea of market uncertainties. Spreading your investments across various financial instruments can protect you from losing all your money when one sector crumbles. Lastly, don't forget to review and modify your financial plan regularly. Life isn't stagnant. Circumstances change, new opportunities arise, and older goals might become obsolete. Regular review ensures that your financial plan remains relevant and effective. Remember, anticipation doesn't mean living in constant fear. It's about taking the reins of your financial journey into your own hands. It's about being proactive, not reactive. It's about peace of mind, knowing that if a storm does come, you are ready to weather it. So, let's embrace this principle and step closer to financial resilience. After all, it's not the absence of the storm, but the sailing skill that determines our journey's success. Could we ever imagine a life where we aren't impulsively swiping our credit cards or clicking the Buy Now button in response to every fleeting desire? It might seem challenging, but this is precisely where the seventh Stoic principle of practicing delayed gratification comes into play. This principle is fundamentally about exercising self-control and the ability to resist the temptation of an immediate reward in preference for a later, often greater benefit. Think of it as choosing to diligently save for a house over the next 2 years instead of splurging on a luxury vacation today. But why does delayed gratification matter in our financial lives? You see, our financial health is not just dictated by our earnings, but also by our spending habits. The desire for instantaneous gratification can often lead us into a vicious cycle of debt and financial instability. Practicing delayed gratification, on the other hand, helps us break free from this cycle, paving the path towards financial security and freedom. Moreover, delayed gratification isn't just about monetary rewards. It's about developing a disciplined mindset that can impact all areas of our lives. It's about understanding that good things often require time and patience. It's about realizing that success, whether financial or otherwise, is not a sprint but a marathon. So, how can we cultivate this habit? It starts with setting clear financial goals, creating a realistic budget, and consistently tracking our progress. It also requires us to consciously evaluate our wants versus needs, helping us make wise spending decisions. Remember, every time you choose to delay gratification, you are not denying yourself pleasure. Instead, you are investing in your future happiness and financial well-being. It's about choosing sustainable contentment over momentary pleasure. By embracing this Stoic principle, we can lay the foundation for a financially stable and fulfilling life. Continuing on our transformational journey, let's delve into a principle that might seem counterintuitive in today's consumer-driven world. It's about embracing simplicity. Simplicity, in its essence, is the state of being simple, uncomplicated, or modest. It's about decluttering not just our physical space, but our mental space as well, reducing unnecessary expenses and living minimally. In a society that equates success with possessions, the Stoics stand in stark opposition. They believed in a life of simplicity, where happiness is derived from the simple things in life and not from an abundance of possessions. It's not about denying ourselves comfort, but rather about cultivating an understanding that material possessions don't equate to happiness and satisfaction. To embrace simplicity, start by analyzing your lifestyle. Look around you. Are there items that you haven't used in months, maybe years? Are you often enticed by the latest gadgets, even when the ones you own still perfectly serve their purpose? These are signs that you're living in excess, and it's time to simplify. Adopting a minimalist lifestyle doesn't mean you have to live without. It means living without excess. It's about focusing on what's important, what brings you joy and value, and eliminating the rest. It's about making room for what truly matters: experiences, relationships, and personal growth. When you embrace simplicity, you free up not just your physical space, but your financial resources as well. Money previously spent on accumulating stuff can be redirected towards more meaningful experiences or saved for future financial freedom. But the impact doesn't stop at your wallet. Living simply reduces stress, increases contentment, and brings clarity, helping you make more mindful, intentional decisions. It's a small change, but the ripple effect it creates extends far beyond your financial health into all aspects of your life. So, consider this. What can you do today to simplify your life? Remember, it's not about deprivation, but about making space for what truly matters to you. Because when you peel back the layers of excess, you'll often find that less truly is more.